Hello, I'm Hyoga Kajitani. This time, I'm talking about 5 advanced Kote techniques. This video is an explanation of Kote. Kote from above. Kote from below. 2 types of men feint Kote. Turn Kote. Suppress Kote. The actual masks were put on and the points to consider during practice were introduced along with practice footage. I will introduce the Kote techniques I have been practicing since my high school and college days, as a way to increase the number of technique variations, and to be able to use different techniques based on your opponent. Let's review the types of Kote-waza I will introduce. First, Kote Kote. Second, Deflect Kote. Third, Suppress Men Feint Kote. Fourth, Feint Men from Below Kote. Fifth, Kote Men Feint Kote. What becomes particularly difficult is that after the third techniques, the techniques look like a knee and half dan in practice, but I think it is a sanden waza. Kote from above and Kote from below are unchanged waza. Turn Kote and Men Feint Kote are variant waza and Niden waza. Suppress Men Feint Kote etc. are sanden waza. What makes it difficult is that ashi sabaki, speed, accuracy, timing and combination of waza become more difficult. With ashi sabaki, if you move with your right foot when striking.
Ashi sabaki, footwork for delivering a strike or evading an attack.
For example, Kote Men Feint Kote. The distance to the left foot keeps getting wider and wider. Instead of doing that, watch the video footage and experiment with moving both feet. Moving with the right foot only, and ashi sabaki after the strike. As for speed, I imagine it by sound. I imagine speeding up the waza based on how it sounds when I vocalize it. For example, if it is suppress men feint Kote, da dan dan. If it's men feint Kote, da dan. Like this. Everyone has their own way of doing things, so you don't have to imitate me. The shinai and ashi sabaki will be slower than the sound made above, when compared to the actual speed of ashi sabaki and the shinai swing. Just practice imagining this sound. I believe this is what allows me to constantly grow myself. When you get close to the image of the sound of da dan, imagine an even faster sound, da dan. If you do that, I think you will get faster and faster and faster. Sound imagery practice, please try it. As for accuracy, do practice hard enough to get one shot in a match. As I said, while doing sound imagery exercises, practice over and over again. As for the timing of the waza, make sure the spacing isn't too close, since it will change from there. There's also the risk of being struck by an opponent. In addition, when you go forward, you get stuck and can't hit. On the other hand, if you do a change of waza from a distance, the opponent will notice that. Not too far, not too close, you need to practice with awareness of timing and spacing. Finally, combination of waza. I'll keep telling you about the combination. Combination is very important in Kendo. So, I want you to listen to it over and over and think back to it as you practice. To give a specific explanation, even if you are good at Kote, no matter how many times you hit Kote, your opponents will hit you with a counterattack or response waza. First, by striking men. Your opponent may raise their Kote fearing the men strike. So for those opponents, you can aim for Kote by men feint Kote, is what I imagine. Please think about the specific situations that these techniques can be used in. As this video is an introduction to the waza. For the parts that are more difficult to imagine or just think about, take a look at videos showcasing the ippons of various players. You can use it as a research material for various discoveries. Now, I know this has been a little long. I'll get into the actual explanation of the Kote uchi.
What is this technique? Hikime. A man strike delivery just before or during retreat from tsubazeriai. Hikime.
Kote Kote. Keep a close eye on the ashi sabaki. Deflect Kote. Keep a close eye on the Ashi Sabaki. Suppress Men Feint Kote. Keep a close eye on the Ashi Sabaki. Feint Men from Below Kote. Keep a close eye on the Ashi Sabaki. Kote Men Feint Kote. Keep a close eye on the Ashi Sabaki. How was it? Were you able to visualize the timing and sound of the strike? I think the Ashi Sabaki was complicated. My perception is that many players practice up to the levels of non-changing Waza or Niden-waza. There are many players who use Niden-waza even in Ji-gaiko. But the really strong players use Sanden-waza. And are accurate, speedy, and have powerful strikes. However, if you practice only changeable Waza, you will lose to non-changing Waza. I hope you practice it in the sense of increasing the variations of your Waza. Otherwise, when you're in a situation where you must take Ippon, but you only have a few techniques to rely on, you might lose because you didn't have a library of techniques to draw from. It would be a shame to lose that way. That's why we made the previous video explaining Kote. And this video also explaining Kote, as well as videos about Men Waza. Please take a look at them. Make good use of non-changing Waza, changeable Waza Niden-waza, and Sanden-waza. I hope you will practice so that you can get Ippon in an important situation. I hope you will look forward to our next video. Thank you for watching to the end.